Board of Directors of the Redevelopment Agency of Murray City for Tuesday, January 6th, 2026. And everyone is here except for Clark, who said he'd be 5 minutes late, so we're going to continue anyway. The agenda is, the first is the approval of minutes for November 18th, 2025. And I'll take a motion if there are no questions or changes.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of November 18th, 2025.
Okay, are there
A second.
second? Okay, great. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, none opposed. The motion passes. The minutes are approved. Now this is the time for citizen comments. All citizen comments are limited to 3 minutes or less, and email comments will be entered into the meeting record. Do we have any comments via email? Okay. Seeing no comments, we will continue on for the third action item, which is to consider a resolution appointing the chair and vice chair for the Redevelopment Agency of Murray City for the calendar year of 2026. Nominations are now in order for chair of the RDA for calendar year 2026.
I nominate Board Member Turner to serve as chair.
Okay.
I second.
Do we have any other nominations? Okay, Diane Turner has been nominated. There are no further nominations. Let's see, if only one person, I have to read this. If only one person was nominated, the chair may indicate that voting will take place, a voice vote. So those in favor of Diane Turner as council chair say aye.
Aye. Correction. You said council chair.
No, that's what it says here.
Good point of order.
RDA chair. Oh my goodness.
RDA chair, aye.
Really, it says council chair down here, so I guess I should not just go at what I'm reading. Okay, for RDA, say aye. Those opposed. Are there any opposed? Okay, thank you. Okay, now we will have the same procedure for the office of RDA Vice Chair. Nominations are now in order for Vice Chair of the RDA for calendar year 2026.
I'll nominate Paul Pickett to be vice chair.
Okay. Paul Pickett has been nominated. Are there further nominations for the office of RDA Vice Chair? Okay. Hearing none. Let's see. Those in favor of Paul Pickett for RDA Vice Chair say aye.
Yes, not that second. You have me a second? I take back the point of order. I said corrected.
It doesn't need a second.
Thank you. Glad to learn.
Okay, it doesn't need a second. Yeah. All right. GL, are we okay? Okay.
Yeah, I think you said yes.
All right, those in favor of Paul Pickett as RDA Vice Chair, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? None opposed? Thank you very much. I will be chair and Paul will be vice chair. Thank you.
Glad to serve with you another year.
I know. Very good. Okay. part of this action item is a resolution that appoints the chair and vice chair for the redevelopment agency for the calendar year of 2026. Do I have a motion?
A motion to approve the resolution appointing the chair and vice chair for the redevelopment of the agency of Murray, Utah for the calendar year 2026 as discussed in this meeting. A second.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed?
Point of order. Do we have to do a roll call on this one? The resolution.
Do I need to do it since there's no one else here? Mr. Hawk?
Aye.
Mr. Pickett?
Aye.
Ms. Carter? Aye. Ms. Turner?
Aye. Okay, now we have the resolution, so it's formal and verified.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, now, number 4, another action item, is to consider a resolution approving a termination of the amended and restated real estate purchase, sale, and development agreement between the Redevelopment Agency of Murray City and Triumph Group Murray, LLC. Chad Wilkinson presenting. Thank you for being here, Chad. It's been kind of crazy up till now.
We'll see if it changes at all. So, thank you. I'm going to push that those way from. Thank you, Madam Chair, board members. As you read in your packet, this is a resolution, as was stated, that would authorize the mayor as executive director of the RDA to issue a termination letter for the agreement between Triumph Development and the RDA board. This is kind of the culmination of a number of events that have happened up to this point. As you know, this is an agreement that's been around for a couple of years. We've had a couple of different extensions that have also been approved by the RDA board. The last extension was to grant until October 3rd for the applicant for the Triumph Group to submit a complete building permit set to the city. As of October 3rd, we did not receive that information. We received a partial submittal, but not the information we needed to review the building permit. A notice of default was sent out to the Triumph Group. We gave a 30-day period for them to cure that default. There were specific actions they needed to take to do that. We allowed them to have 30 days from their date of receipt. They stated their date of receipt as late October. We gave them an additional 30 days. As of today, we still have not received any information from them to cure that default. So this letter, again, would authorize the mayor as executive director to send a termination notice. That termination notice would also outline that we would potentially have a new process that we'd be going through as an RDA board to select a developer for that site, and that put that on notice that there will be an additional opportunity should they wish to participate in that. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions if we can, but our recommendation would be that you adopt the resolution authorizing the mayor to send that letter of termination. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Chad. Questions for Chad from the board?
I have no comment. I'm just really sad that we're not going to see this happen in this area. I really like the feel of it. I really like the layout, and taking only 15 condos, townhomes instead of the 90 plus. I'm really sad. I really like the look. But it is what it is.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Chad. So the timeline, say that we approve this measure, what would kind of the timeline of events look like after that?
Thanks. Yeah, we've engaged with the consultant that's working on our central station area plan. They're currently doing a market study as part of that effort. We've engaged in conversation with them about potentially doing a little bit more refinement on a market study for that property. What we'd like to do is see exactly what the market could bear for that property, and then bring that information back to the RDA board as part of creation of a request for proposals process. We would then open that up to the public, those developers and teams of developers that would like to propose to the RDA board projects, including potential public participation in those projects. We would then entertain those types of applications. Timing on that would be a little bit contingent on the results of that market study. We would anticipate probably 3 to 4 weeks before we had that information back to us once we authorized them to go forward with that. That would also include some information about just basic massing, what those buildings could look like on site, just to make sure that we have proper area for parking and for those types of issues, that we can see that if they do say that, let's say that we see that there's the market could bear 100,000 square feet of office, I'm just throwing out numbers, that we want to make sure that we could also fit those types of buildings on the site with the appropriate amount of parking. But other than that, the details would be fairly general so that we could have development partners propose to us what could happen on that site. Similar to what happened before with this property, we would select a developer, and again, this is our proposal to the RDA board. This will ultimately be up to the RDA board, but our proposal would be that you would, again, issue an RFP, a request for proposals, that would include potential developments and also any public participation that they would need for those developments to go forward.
And the RDA board, we would be a part of that RFP development process?
To a certain extent, the details, of course, we'd have staff do those and bring those back forward to you, but we would definitely come back to you as far as the overall process. We would anticipate potentially an RDA board member or two on a steering committee for that as well.
So
Thank you.
Thanks.
that's your question too?
Yeah, I think for now that does.
Okay. Any further questions for Chad? Okay.
Thanks.
I would appreciate a motion. I move to this.
Just announce that Clark has on records.
Oh,
Because I just...
okay. Just for the record, I just wanted to mention that Clark Bullen arrived at 4:35. Okay. Welcome, Clark.
Thank you.
All right. Now, a motion, please.
I move to approve the resolution approving the termination of the amended and restated real estate purchase, sale, and development agreement between the Redevelopment Agency of Murray City and Triumph Group Murray, LLC.
Okay. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay. Would you call the roll? Jennifer, please.
Mr. Hack?
Aye.
Mr. Pickett?
Aye.
Ms. Carter? Aye. Mr. Bullen?
Aye.
Ms. Turner?
Aye. Okay, motion passes unanimously, and that is the last on the agenda, so we are adjourned.
Sorry.